So I got some pretty exciting phones in front of me here. This will be my first experience with a tri-folding phone. You guys may have heard of this, the Huawei Mate XT Ultimate Design. Like you've seen folding phones, this one is gonna fold an extra time, and when it's in its unfolded state, it creates a real 10-inch tablet experience. I've also got the Huawei Mate X6, which Mo keeps calling the regular fold. It's amazing. In 2025, we have regular folding phones, triple tri-folding phones. This one's still impressive. We should kick it off with this tri-folding phone though, because this is a first for me. 1 terabyte storage, 16 gigs RAM. The color is red, the Mate XT Ultimate Design. Now, the other thing to mention is that this thing is actually launching. I can't speak to which countries exactly, certainly more than where it is currently available. Oh my goodness. Look at the size of this. That is an actual tablet. Now, obviously it's unfolded right now. It is shockingly thin and light. You would not feel the need to have a separate tablet. Whoa. We have this leather-like texture on all 3 panels, designed and crafted by Huawei. It's a quad camera setup, should be comparable to the Mate X6. How does this thing fold? Okay, there. And there. You know what? That's not even that bulky when it's folded. We have this screen section, so that's making up the majority of the bulk of the phone. Like there's an iPhone 16 Pro Max. And obviously it's thicker than the iPhone, not by as much as you would think, considering the fact that it has this magic trick of opening. Wow. I suppose you can also use it in this mode. This would be like a typical folding phone. Gives you that maybe like an 8-inch screen, but then, oh my goodness, look at this. And because of this aspect ratio now, if you open a video here, it's gonna fit properly. On a regular folding phone, you'd be more like this. You still have relatively large black bars if you wanna see everything in the frame, and then when you pinch to zoom, you end up losing a lot of information. This aspect ratio gives you something a lot closer to native video, or at least most of the native video that you're gonna watch online. Just like, oh wow, look, I can hold it up like this too, if I still wanna have my suggestions or my comments. Look at this. I mean, this is comfortable as well. Mo says I gotta warn him if I accelerate like that. It's actually a marvel of engineering when you think about it. How do you build that hinge system? Look at how thin this hinge is right here. Are you kidding? Look at this. Now, because it folds the way it does, I also suppose you could get really crazy and go kickstand style like that. No. I mean, I wouldn't, because that's your screen. I mean, you're gonna wanna know that the surface area is clean. It does have some sort of screen protector on it. All these folding devices do. It also has a front-facing camera, and it's off-center. Why would you ever use the internal camera when you have access to your proper rear cameras, and you could take front-facing shots, 5.5 on the eyeball. Boom, boom. 10x, optical? Let's get Mo instead. Where's Mo? 10x, you can see the frame. Bang. Optical, holy cow. 10x optical, look at this on the front facing. Are you kidding? Front facing? Whoa. I mean, it's not the front facing, but I'm just saying you can use it as your front facing if you want to. So the very versatile camera setup on something that is so thin. In order to achieve that, it has to bump out in the camera section. Okay, let me just put this down for a minute because this looks like a special unboxing experience. Oh yes, everything has its own designated box. We have our power cables over here. Lovely, elegant. USB-C, high-powered power brick, 66-watt supercharge from Huawei. Okay, good. We have our SIM tool. I mean, I could do that, which would be satisfying, but there's something super clean about not even ripping it. You know what I mean? So this is gonna have to be a pretty interesting design. Look at this. They give you a kickstand on the case, and they got the crimson aramid, which you already know I'm a fan of. We use the same material for later case. That's about as thin as you're gonna get while maintaining rigidity. Let's just see how this baby goes on here. If I go there and there, and then I go there. So what this is gonna do for you is actually protect that exposed section of screen on the front fold. And then when you unfold it, it kind of goes like this. Interesting. Listen, if you're buying a premium phone like this, Mo, let's just agree you don't drop it, okay? Deal? So kickstand as well. Kickstand, lovely. Like this. Is that gonna work? That is gonna work. Woo! Now you are watching video. You got this on the cafe table, got this on the airplane. You didn't even bring a laptop. You didn't even bring a tablet. Oh man, why do we not have availability of this device? Why, Mo? Or maybe we will, I don't know. I'm waiting to see the list of countries. And listen, it's gonna be extremely pricey. I mean, where would you even start trying to engineer something like this? Like, it's obviously for early adopters. It's for people who appreciate the cutting edge. There's nothing like this. I've never seen anything like this. Triple fold, look at that thing. So futuristic. So no doubt we are looking at one of the most innovative phones ever built, and they've still jammed in other flagship aspects. We'll take some more shots, but the camera performance already looks extremely promising. The entire spec sheet, flagship level, and then you get the triple fold. And I just hope there's a little more widespread availability of it. But you're gonna have a price tag that lines up with that level of innovation. The Mate X6, on the other hand, is gonna be slightly more approachable. You still get some of that folding. This is your more typical folding form factor, as you can see here. Still cool. Ooh, and I like that finish, that pearlescent gray tone on the back there. Camera section looks quite similar. And of course we have a front-facing camera on our exterior display, which would be similar to the exterior front-facing camera on this portion. This one is also impossibly thin. And in its folded orientation, this is probably getting close to iPhone thickness, I would say. It's pretty damn close, even though it's folded up. It's also shorter. You got a triple fold versus a dual fold, it's gonna be a little bit thicker. So this one, equally impressive, arguably more applicable to more users. It's crazy that at this point we're just this used to this style of folding phone, and this one just has a nice fit and finish to it. Look at the way the hinge kind of pinches up in the corner there. Sleek. We pop it open, and we've done a good job of the satisfaction of this mechanism. So that is kind of one thing you miss on the triple fold. You don't have that same bang to it, you know? Like when it just tugs itself on that final bit there. Boom. Boom. Let me just feel that difference there. Yeah, they can't, you can't really achieve it exactly, but somebody just catches you out the corner of their eye. You're just kind of about to pack up and go. The meeting has ended and you're just kind of, you're like, what's that guy? What year is that guy living in? You're about to go, you're just kind of, wait, was that some sort of a case he had on there? No, it was his tri-folding phone, because he's living in a different year. Yeah, but this one though, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's impressive hardware. You cannot deny that. And they also figure out how to get this section taut so that the appearance of the crease is minimized. I mean, you can still get it if you're looking for it, but regular use, especially indoor, you don't even really see it. I think it has a case as well. This time around, it's gray, and this one has the leatherish texture to it. Very thin. Kickstand is there. There we go. Does it rotate? It also rotates. Rotating kickstand. And you really don't even notice it when it's there. They decided to wrap it only in the corners. Your thumbs are still having the same open-close experience while protecting the corners of the device. Oh, USB-C cable. 66 watt supercharged power brick, still fast charging. So let's do a little bit of a spec comparison here. In the unfolded state, the XT is coming in at 3184 by 2232, 10.2 inches, versus the X6 at 7.9 inches, 2440 by 2230. The XT has 16 gigs of RAM, whereas the X6 has 12, 5600 milliamp hours on the XT versus 5200 milliamp hours on the Mate X6. Not sure how that's actually gonna play out though, because you're powering a bigger display. The front cover display, 6.5 inches versus 6.4. Keep in mind, you're going to get scratch-resistant glass on the X6 because the construction is different. It doesn't have to tri-fold and become part of one display. Instead, these are two individual and separate displays. Okay, so we've actually boosted the brightness even more now. Now look at that. Now you're even less likely to see that hinge section. And I also got a sense for the refresh rate here. So it's in dynamic mode. There's also something called smart resolution for dynamic resolution adjustment. You can also lock it at high in 90 hertz, or you can lock it at the standard 60 hertz. And you can see here when you've got the white background, it also works to hide those hinge sections. And on the screen refresh here, we can lock at 120 hertz and the dynamic will move between 120 and 60. Let's just talk about real estate. Yeah, on paper, you're like 8 or 10, whatever, but then you hold them in front of yourself and you realize it almost feels twice as big because this is measured diagonally. It's massive. Look at that. They have upgraded the entire camera system to this quad camera setup, and they're calling their camera Ultra Chroma. Oh, and what about this? On the camera section, you actually have a physical aperture. Let's just throw in a mechanically adjusting aperture while we're at it. So this is f1.4. Here's f4. So check it. f4, f1.4. Look at how blurry you got. Look at that bokeh here. That's wild. It's not enough. They say to themselves, they say thinnest, biggest, triple folding. Never been done before. Physical aperture. Let's chuck that in there because we can do it. Okay. Wide. It sees the greenery. AI capabilities. 1. Greenery. 2. 5.5. 10. Focusing distance. 10 is crazy. Unfold in order to view. Wow. What? Damn, dude.
This is insane.
Mo says this is insane. That zoom lens is nuts. Obviously, with a 10x zoom, you've got to back up from your subject, but man, they came a long way with the cameras as well. If you need some real reach, forget about crop, just go right to the 10x. That's nuts, super sharp. In here, I mean, we have lighting, but like the nuance in the paper on the $1 bill, it's wild stuff. Shooting video could be interesting because we could do that, like to make it a little more comfortable to hold, but still have a much bigger viewfinder. You know what I'm saying? Recording. 4K. 60 frames. There's Mo. Autofocus is autofocus. It's bang on. Yep.
A little close, but just look for those gray hairs.
Well, they're the best for analysis.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
All right.
Now, let's be honest, neither of these devices is cheap. The X6 is gonna be a little bit more affordable. They're very beautiful. These are premium things. These are really high-end folding smartphones. In the case of the XT, you're talking about cutting edge to the extent of a couple of world's firsts. World's thinnest, and also world's first tri-folding device. Plus, you have that mechanical aperture built into the camera section. This is just a really unique phone, so obviously it has a high price tag. I'd be curious to hear from you guys, which is the more compelling package? What if money wasn't even a thing? What if they were the same price? Are you ready to carry around a tri-folding phone? Is that too advanced, too science fiction for you? Are you concerned about the durability and you like the classic dual folding scenario? Or are you like, give it all to me. I want the future now. I want to live in year 2077. I want to be finished with my meeting and do this kind of action and have everybody wonder exactly what just happened. There's a couple different options, a couple different price points from Huawei. Bonus round, Freebuds Pro 4 fully wireless earbuds from Huawei. You could pair these with your new smartphone of choice, the X6 or the XT. Ultra hearing, dual drivers, stable in private calls, intelligent dynamic, active noise cancellation, and dual device connection capabilities. Interchangeable ear tips, silicone or memory foam. And then we have the buds and charge cable. Little charge pod, gold accents. Ooh, lovely. USB-C. You can see the LED light on the front. Yeah, check it out. Freebuds Pro 4. Gesture controls. Take your earbuds out. Deal. Noise canceling is activated right away. So it's a little squeeze to pause, resume. Let's do it. Twice to skip songs. Previous song is 3 times. Responsive. Just the volume. Up, down. Pinch and hold to switch between noise control. Awareness mode. Now I'm aware mode. Now I can hear you. Say something.
Testing.
Yeah, I'm getting the pass-through audio as you would expect, which we can also just select within the app. Noise canceling, we can turn it off, and we can select awareness. There's also a dynamic mode. Automatically adjust noise canceling based on your surroundings, ear canal, and wearing posture. Okay, cool. Yeah, these could be a perfect accessory for your new Huawei device, whether you select for the X6 or you want to get wild and pick up an XT. It's got to be the craziest phone I've seen in a long time. This is just something different, man. Look at this. Crazy.